Because a man's goal is to conquer you, not love you. If a man's goal was to love you and treat you as an equal, when you do things for that man and you help him, say he's down on hard times, right? And you help that man out, he will live to resent you for that. And take it from the girl who literally would bend over backwards for a man as soon as I was having feelings for them. They will live to hate you for that. They will always look at you and remember the time when you emasculated them for helping them. Because again, if it was really about love, if it was really about loving you as a person, you helping them would be something they would appreciate. But since it is conquer, they want to conquer you, they want to control you, you being the one to help them emasculates them. And I don't know what that's all about. It doesn't make sense to me because we don't think that way. Us women, we don't think like that. But truly, I believe that it is a deep-rooted mother wound that a lot of these men will not face. So they will project those things onto the next woman. But again, take this from the girl that bent over backwards. Like, go to that video that I posted talking about what happened between my ex and I, and guys were like, that's why he left you. And it's like, you know, I have some tough news for you. I'm the one who left him. But that man will switch up on you. And the thing is that the men, the community of men who see women as merely objects and not humans, will always blame it on the woman. Because it doesn't matter. If a man is asking you what you bring to the table, he does not care what you bring to the table. Okay? If you bring anything to the table, he will resent you for it. Never let a man know that you're pressed. Because the right man, the man that is actually your husband, will not put you in a position to even have to help him. And if he does, he will grow to love and appreciate you more for it, not hate you.
Yeah, before they even go in, that was crazy. That was very hard to listen to. First of all, the only time a man will feel emasculated by a woman helping him is if she does it with as if she's doing him a favor. You know, if she's throwing her degree and her money in his face, or she tries to remind him how she was helping him, that's the only time a man is going to feel emasculated. Otherwise, men love women who can help them because it's very rare, because most women expect a man to give them. So if a woman comes out to give a man, most men will appreciate it. So I don't know what the hell she was talking about. It sounds more like she was projecting whatever she's going through to the rest of to the general public. Also, a man asks what you're bringing to the table because he knows he doesn't want a woman who's just going to be saying me, do for me, do for me, do for me. That's the only reason men ask what you're bringing to the table, to know that you're not going to, they don't want to feel used. Oh my God, that was tough to listen to.
The question is, our final question for tonight is, do men want to control women, and what are the real intentions behind having women in relationships? What are our real intentions? Do we want to conquer women? Do we want to control them? Do we want them as partners? Do we want to build with them? What are the true intentions of most men in relationships? And what are the true intentions of most women in relationships? Carrie.
And everybody talk at the same time.
I do think that a lot of men want to control women in relationships. Or yeah, I do think that in general y'all like to be in control. I do. Yep, I do.
Do women want to be controlled?
Being in control and controlling women is two different things, though, right?
In control or controlling. Yeah, I mean, I know that controlling has more of a negative connotation. But
that's what I was about to say. Submission, control, leadership, in charge. What other words have negative connotations in the dating world? You know, and usually women put the negative connotations on those words. Otherwise, any leader, because women want a leader, but they don't want him to be in control. They want a leader, but they don't want to be led. It's like, okay, pick and choose. They want a leader, but as soon as you say, are you going to submit? They're like, oh, no, you want me? I'm not your slave. It's like, pick and choose. Like you can't have it both ways. So that's what it's confusing.
But I think that y'all like to know that you have the control, like you have the authority, you have the power, it's how I want it to be. I do think that. I think that women like it if it's not like overused. Now we into abuse, obviously. That should go without say. But I think that they only will respect it if they feel like you're doing it and covering all the bases of the relationship. Like a struggling woman or like a woman who feels like she's neglected or whatever, I don't think she's going to be beat for feeling like you want control over her. But a woman who feels like she's taken care of from you and she's covered and she's protected, I think that the control is looked at in a different way, like it's welcomed.
So the issue we already have, it's about feelings. So it's not a guarantee that because today she feels safe, tomorrow she will feel safe, even if the guy is doing the same exact thing. That's why in the honeymoon phase, the guy is doing everything she wants. He's bringing flowers. She really likes him. He's, sending her good morning text, good morning, whatever, calling her. She likes everything because she feels special. But he can keep doing the same things, and then she's going to start to feel bored and feel unhappy. So it's about feelings is what she's really trying to explain. So in that instance, it means she may want him to, the guy may do the same things he was doing in the beginning of relationship, and then later on she can start to feel like he's controlling. So to them it's about feelings. But honestly, for me, I don't think men, obviously I'm a man, so I may be a little bit biased. But I don't think men want to control women. They just want to have a woman who listens without always pulling the rope of trying to challenge them every turn. That's my opinion.
What she said though, the girl, with regard to her bending over backwards and helping out financially, and then him responding that way, I mean, I don't know. I think there's more to that. I think there's more to that story. I think there's more to that story.
Why do girls talk to guys that they gotta support? Why do girls talk to guys?
Love.
That's how they feel. Potential. What? He could change. I can help him. I can make him into. We sat that night and had 5-hour conversation about the $1 million company he was gonna build. He just needs some time.
No push. Only a nudge.
But yeah,
it's love. It's love. That's why. Emotion. Mm-hmm. And it's okay.
Or the excitement. He could bring some excitement to her life, and she's caught up in that, not paying attention. Or in the moment, it's okay because like right now we're young. I'm cool. I can cover myself. I'm not really thinking long term, so it's all good right now.
That's so real. I love Carrie. That's so real. Molly's like delusional.
Do men want to control women? Is that the ultimate goal, or what is the ultimate goal for most men with women?
I think men want to control women. I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, though. I feel like that's just naturally how you guys operate. Y'all are naturally more dominant and more possessive, I guess. And I don't fault men for that because women are naturally, for the most part, nurturing, and I know sometimes that can be taken overboard. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think sometimes the control could be more so protection, and sometimes we could take it the wrong way. What was the other question?
No.
Yeah, I think the issue with this is like she said, men are naturally, they want to be in the position of power, conquering and stuff like that, possessive, whatever it is, protective, right? But the issue is these days, in my opinion, again, guys, this is my opinion. Women want men to treat them and love them the way their girlfriends do. I'm going to say that one more time. Women today want men to treat them and love them the way their girlfriends, their best friends, their female best friends do them. They want to be on the phone all day, talk sweet nothings, and then gossip, and then not hold them accountable, and just, not, try to check them if they do something crazy. So they want men to be their girlfriends.
Just what's the ultimate goal
Oh.
of men and getting more women?
Well, I think men have different reasons why they want to conquer a woman. It could be for whatever is going through that man's head, I guess, or whatever he has going on. Um, I don't know, the girl in the video, like I dropped the connection, so I don't know exactly what she was getting at. It just sounded like she was mad because she was doing too much for a man and didn't get anything back. But
Yeah, it did
I
sound
think what happened to the girl in the video is somebody like Anton played in that skit. She called him to get and told him like times are rough right now. He gave her the money. She brought it back to her man. He found out how she got the money, and he got salty about how. Like, I think there's more to her story about how she helped out in the financial struggle.
I mean, that was a story. We need the full context of the whole story because she only told us side of the story, but the guy didn't. Obviously, most guys never speak out because they never tell their own side of the story. But if that's what happened, that she got money from another guy to give her dude, I could see why he has an issue with it. Because no man is just going to give a random woman money just for the sake of it. He clearly wants something from her.
Y'all think that men would get mad if they woman borrowed some money so that they can help out from another guy?
Yes.
Girls are getting smoked.
yeah, I
Yep.
think men would get mad. Well, I think it
think so.
depends on the man. If he's a dusty man who needs money and doesn't care how she gets it, he's not going to care.
Facts.
But if it's an actual man with some masculinity,
yeah,
I feel like that would be offensive.
Any man should feel some type of way about that shit. That shit get you fucked up.
facts. No man would throw a party and celebrate if he finds out that when he needed money, his woman got money from another man who she's not related to give him. He would be tight. He would be mad.
Yeah, I would be
Some
scared.
men
to do
use
that.
women financially though, so I don't see why they would care.
Nah, that's gonna lead to some DV. That's
Probably
what
would.
2K
I don't mean to laugh at that, guy. I'm
That's
sorry.
when the 2K theories start coming in because that's beyond disrespect. Like, you
Yeah,
can't
I
do
would
that.
be scared to do that.
You can't do that, man. Like, you did what?
Man, you can hit me up. Let me know. Hit me up. If anything go wrong, hit me up. I'm a good friend to have. I don't even care about money like that.
About what?
Oh Lord.
If anybody is in a bind, just hit me up.
Yeah, but not another man's woman.
I'm in a bind.
Yeah,
Nate.
wait a minute.
Like if I
Wait
was
a minute.
single, that would be different. But
Wait.
grown man.
Before we get back to this, because I want to get Slimmy and Quentin's opinion on this subject that we on. Wait a minute, Carrie, you telling me you wouldn't hit me up? Seriously?
No.
She's
You
married.
wouldn't
No.
hit me up? Me?
To ask you for money?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
No,
I wouldn't either.
Wow. That is
So sorry.
crazy. So wait a minute. Y'all don't even got the same. All right. I see this is a one-way friendship. That's cool.
But I wouldn't do that I wouldn't hit up any guy and ask them for money. I wouldn't do that at all. Like I would be I
Yeah.
wouldn't even know how to give the money to my husband.
But I
Like,
thought
what would
we
say?
was friends though. I thought we was friends.
Yeah, you're friends, but her husband is not going to sit around to understand why another man is giving money to his wife to help him out, to help out the family. Now, if it's the dad or even the brother, it's a stretch because most guys are going to feel like they are failing if their woman has to get money from another man to help them out.
Yeah, but friends, that's just friends. I wouldn't, no.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's weird.
it's
Oh wait,
weird.
this
I
wouldn't
think
this
ask,
that
kind
a
of goes.
man
This
should
I
ask
wouldn't ask
another
my
man
male
for the
friends for
money.
this
money.
goes against y'all
Why
argument.
can't a man ask another man for money? Ask my friend for
No,
No,
money
I
I
think
said
that
the
I
other
wouldn't
day.
ask my male. I
Wait,
Oh,
said I
okay.
wouldn't ask
wait,
my
the
male
male.
wait,
friends
wait.
for money.
This
No.
goes against y'all argument of friendships though, because y'all would ask if your homegirl, hey girl, let me get this and y'all hit your homegirls up for money all the time.
Well, let's be
And it
clear.
ain't because y'all even
I
I
don't
was
ask people for
no,
money. So that's that. But
unless
I
it's a gift.
definitely would not ask any of my male friends for
no,
money.
this
Nope.
goes against y'all argument though.
No, that's a boundary. That's respect for your husband.
Well, wait a minute. I wasn't saying this shit just a minute ago when we was having this conversation about organic platonic friendships with men that you're not interested in talking to.
Friendship does not mean you go and ask them for money.
People hit their friends up for money all the time.
And my
Yeah, see, this is why it's very hard for people to have opposite sex as friends, especially when they are in a committed relationship or marriage. Because now it's different. I mean, it's not even different. Let me even just be fair. If a man needs money and his woman finds out he got money from his female friend, his woman is going to be tight. She's going to be mad. And the opposite is true. If the man finds out his woman got money from her male friend, it's like we could have figured this shit out together. We could have agreed upon who we are going to ask for money. Now, if they came to the table and they agreed, that's one thing. But no, I don't support that. That's why having friends when of the opposite sex when you are in a serious relationship, yeah, it becomes very, very, very risky.
opinion, if you're married and you run into money issues, then y'all figure it out and
Exactly.
whatever
No,
your
as
husband.
friends, it should not be y'all putting y'all see, listen, y'all are putting these mythical lines again because if we are organically friends, then you should be able to hit me up for money. That's if we are
No.
organically friends with no ulterior motive, then that's the thing that y'all should do. But now it matters because you don't want to be disrespectful to your husband. You wouldn't be being disrespectful to your husband if you hit your homegirl up for money, regardless if you would do it or not. You would not look at that as disrespectful.
I'll be honest.
I mean, the guy could still look at it as disrespectful because it's like, why didn't you ask me first? You needed money. You're my wife. Why didn't you ask me first? Why are you asking your friends? Because what happens, I'm not married, but just from my opinion, what could happen is whoever is helping you out now has a say in the decisions you're going to make in your life to some extent, if we're going to be honest. Whoever offers you help, whoever you ask for help, now they believe consciously or subconsciously that they have a hand to play in your life and they could use it against you in the future. Oh, you remember when you were down and you asked me for money and I had to help you out because you were broke and so on so. So people do that all the time. That's human nature.
Honest with you, I would not hit my homegirl up for
That's
money
not the point.
without. Let's say I would.
You wouldn't look at it as disrespectful.
I wouldn't look. I would look at you hitting up anybody for money for your household without your husband knowing it. I would look at it like that.
You would not
period.
you would
Promise
look at
you.
the only reason y'all acting like this is because I described the description that I did a little bit earlier in the show.
No, I would never do
Going
that.
to anti-financial services and getting a loan.
Making sure you good, making sure that you cool. That's the only reason that you're acting like this.
No, you know what that story did to me? It told me, I'm so glad that I don't operate like that. I'm so glad that my rule, I would never do that. So for me, I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Come on, man. Y'all hit
serious.
homegirls send their homegirls stuff all the time without the husband even finding out. And the women don't think it's a bad thing. They're not trying to hide it. They just don't think about it because homegirls send homegirls money all the time. That's just not even a thing. But wait, because the argument from a lot of people from y'all was we should be friends. I can't believe that y'all saying that we can't be friends and all of this other type of stuff. But then when I say, hey, why you wouldn't hit me up for some money? Oh, wow, that's disrespectful to my husband. So it can't be both ways. Okay, let's say
there are other things to ask for though than money. I could ask for advice on some type of business related thing, or how could I make more money, but to ask for money.
Yeah, that's a stretch. It's gotta be something. If you're gonna ask for help from outside people and you're in a committed relationship or married, I believe it should be something that is not going to directly or indirectly affect your relationship in some sort of way or fashion, in my opinion. Because if one of you finds out, if the wife finds out the husband got help from, his work female colleague to with his car, let's say the husband's car broke down and the wife finds out that his female workmate drove him home, she's gonna have an issue with it. We're just humans, and vice versa. If the wife's car breaks down and the husband finds out the male wife's workmate drove her home because her car broke down, he's gonna have an issue with it if he didn't know ahead of time, if they didn't discuss it, if they didn't have a conversation about it. Anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. I love these conversations just to see the perspective between men and women, the dynamics. I'll put down the full link below so you guys can check out the channel.